However, attaining such a state is not something ordinary beings can accomplish. It is precisely for this reason that the Buddha taught the method of Buddha's name recitation. The Dharma is not something that can be easily penetrated all at once, dear friends. What you think you understand may not necessarily be correct. Merely quoting texts and citing passages does not necessarily mean one has correctly understood the meaning of the teachings. Why? Because if we follow the Pure Land tradition, the Buddha taught for methods: visualization, contemplation of the Buddha's image, contemplation of true reality, and recitation of the Buddha's name to seek rebirth in the Pure Land. Is that correct? All of these involve forms and characteristics. Visualization means that we close our eyes and contemplate Amitabha Buddha, or contemplate a lotus flower, or contemplate the 16 visualizations in the Amitayurjana Sutra that the Buddha taught to Queen Voide. This is called visualization. What is contemplation of the image? It means placing a statue or an image of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas before oneself, observing it carefully, for a long time, and deeply, then closing one's eyes and imagining that image still appearing clearly before us. When one has practiced to the point that even after the image is removed, closing the eyes immediately brings it into view, or opening the eyes one can still perceive it, then one has accomplished the practice called contemplation of the Buddha through the image. What is contemplation of true reality? Contemplation of true reality is more subtle and profound within one's own mind. This very mind is Buddha. This mind itself is Buddha. The Western Pure Land is precisely this very realm. And this realm itself is the Western Pure Land. Amitabha Buddha is our own mind. And our own mind is Amitabha Buddha, as taught by National Master Zhongfeng, an ancient Buddha. When our minds become one with the original enlightenment of all Buddhas, this is called contemplation of true reality through Buddha recitation. At that time, no afflictions arise, no greed, anger, or delusion, nor does even a single moment of deluded and scattered thought arise. This is called abiding in the true mind, or living with the true mind, living with our original mind. This is what the Zen tradition means by directly pointing to the human mind and seeing one's nature to become Buddha. However, attaining such a state is not something ordinary beings can accomplish. Those of middling or lesser capacities cannot reach it, and even those of higher capacities, unless they are truly exceptional, may still not attain it. Therefore, dear friends, it is precisely for this reason that the Buddha taught the method of Buddha's name recitation, just as we now recite Namo Amitabha Buddha, Namo Amitabha Buddha, Namo Amitabha Buddha. We recite in this way to seek rebirth in the Pure Land. We use this mindful recitation to tether our monkey mind and horse-like will to the Buddha's name, Amitabha Buddha or Namo Amitabha Buddha. Just as a trainer disciplines a fierce animal until it becomes tame enough to perform, requiring great effort and patience, we practice Buddha recitation in order to eradicate karmic obstructions and cultivate wholesome roots within our own minds. Then, from scattered recitation, we progress to one-pointed recitation, then advance further to single-minded recitation, to the samadhi of Buddha's name recitation. Once that state is attained, we may be reborn in the Pure Land whenever we wish.
Thank you for joining us today.